Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You all know most of the time on Fridays is story time. Today we're going to do a little something different. It's not much different. You all going to get to pick out of the two selection books, which one would you like to read it of? Should I go back to where we left off on Keeper? It's a great book. Or Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. That's also a great book. Kind of twisted, funny, blunt, but it's good. You all decide which story time out of these two books would you like me to read. I'm going to wait to see if anyone comes in again. I went live once earlier, stayed on for 10 minutes and nobody showed up, so I deleted that one out. So I think we're about to be on the section of Wink now, character Wink, out of the Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. It's Friday. Where's everybody at? Y'all come on in. It will make me happy. If no one shows up, or there's no enhancement, no likes or comments, I don't get extra added on to watch time. That's what YouTube cares about, is your watch time on anything you do on your platform, your channel. They care about the watch time, how you're hooking your audiences. We're going to stop right at Wink. I watched the hero as he moved boxes into the old Lucy Rish house. I stood by an apple tree, and I was there a long time before he saw me. I was good at not being seen when I didn't want to be. I learned how to be quiet and invisible from reading Sneaks and Shadows. I hadn't shown Sneaks and Shadows to my brothers and sisters. I didn't want them learning how to hide in broad daylight, not yet. I hoped the hero would like it in his new house. Lucy hadn't liked it. She's been a mean, superstitious old woman who called us witches and clutched her rosemary whenever she saw us, and she threw apples at the orphans if they played too close to her lawn. Her husband had been nice. He was always smiling at us from across the road, but he died 3 years ago. Felix thinks Lucy poisoned him, but I don't know. Old people die all the time without the help of poison. Just reading out loud, killing time. Then it goes back to the character Midnight. So the characters go back and forth in this story here as a summary if you get confused and don't remember what this is about. And they have certain little words that little kids don't need to hear. So if you hear a certain word that you don't like or don't want your kids, the little ones, to hear, you put me on mute and just mute that word out. Don't leave me on mute, but just on certain words. This book is very blunt. It might not be meant for little kids to read or hear about this story. I can't help what words is in there. I happen to like this book and had no idea it was like that. So I really got into it and started reading the story. Now we're on the character Midnight. I looked up, and there she was suddenly standing at the bottom of the front steps, wearing a little green button-down shirt and a pair of baggy brown overalls with huge strawberry buttons on the straps. It was an outfit a kid would wear, not a 17-year-old girl. The overalls were dirty and too big for her little body. Wink was the one of the infamous Bell kids. They never seemed to end, and she knew how many there really were in the first place. But now I lived next to them, and so maybe I would be able to find out. Maybe that would be my second goal of the summer, like this. 1, get over Poppy for good. Number 2, count the Bell kids. In elementary school, Wink Bell had been called the farewell Bell behind her back because her hair was messy and her clothes were always kind of dirty. Feral was a big word for little kids, which, looking back, makes me think some bitter teacher gave her the nickname first. People still called her Feral sometimes, and she didn't seem to notice really, let alone mind. All the Bell kids had weird names, just like me in Alabama, and I'd always felt drawn to them for that, if nothing else. I shifted the box of books I was carrying to my other arm and stared at Wink. Her red hair curled into long, tight spirals that draped over her thin shoulders. And she had freckles on her nose and cheeks and just about everywhere else. Her eyes were big and green and innocent. No one's eyes looked like that anymore. No one my age, at least. Our eyes grew up and stopped believing in magic and started caring about, there's that personal word, blank. But Ferals, they still had a fairway puzzle lost in an enchanted forest gleamed to them. You look like someone, Wink said. I put the box of books down on the porch, and Wink must have taken that as an invitation, because she walked right up the steps and stood in front of me. Wink is a girl, female. Poppy is a female. Midnight is a male. Her head barely reached my shoulder. You look like someone, she repeated. People in school thought Wink was strange, beyond strange. If a person was just a little weird, that person could be made fun of. Maybe they knew too many Star Wars quotes, or maybe they talked to themselves, or lived in a one-room mountain shack, or smelled like basement, or did magic tricks in school every dance they got because they wanted to be magicians. These people could be teased, laughed at, or made to cry, but not Wink. The bullies had given up on Wink and her siblings years ago. The Bells were impossible to ridicule. They were never, ever embarrassed or scared. Eventually, the bullies got bored and moved on to easier prey. We don't like bullies. You hear about bullies all the time. Wink had an older brother named Leaf. That's Wink's brother, Leaf. He graduated last year, but when he'd been in school, everyone had been afraid of him. Leaf had calm green eyes and dark red hair, as straight as Wink's was curly. He was tall, lean, and you never think he'd be able to beat the crap out of anyone, but he did, all the time. He had a temper on him that no one, not even the teachers, took for granted. Everyone said the Bell kids were witches and weirdos, and people let them alone, and they seemed to like it that way, for the most part. So why was Wink standing on my porch right now and stared at me and looking like she wasn't going anywhere? Wink reached into a pocket of her overalls. It was so deep her whole arm disappeared inside. When she pulled her hard back out, it held a small book. She flipped through it, found what she was looking for, and handed it to me. It was old, and the pages were half falling out. Wink held it open at an illustration of a boy with a sword at his side. The boy was on a hill, facing a dark stone castle, grim-looking mountains in the background. He looked at me. He looked like he was waiting for something to come out and kill him. That's Thief, Wink said, pointing one of her short, freckled fingers at a boy. He fights and kills. The thing in the deep with the sword his father left him. She tapped her fingertip on the page. See his brown curly hair and his sad blue eyes? You look like him. I glanced at the illustration again, and then back at Wink. Thanks, I said, though I wasn't sure it was a compliment. She nodded, kind of gravely, and put the book back in her deep pocket. Have you read The Thing in the Deep? I shook my head. Hello, Wayne. Good morning. I'm just rehearsing, waiting on people to come in on my story time. Making sure I'm trying to get some of these words figured out. If I can't pronounce it, I'll just spell it out. They have some kind of bad words in case people are staying at home and got little kids, so I kind of say blank or I skip over that word because certain little ears don't need to hear it. But what I was thinking about was that whoever comes in, you all get to pick out what book you want me to read. Either Wink, Poppy, and Midnight from where I'm left off, or going back to reading on The Keeper. When more people come in, you all can decide which one that you was more interested, this one or The Keeper. It's been a couple weeks since I was reading that one. I'm letting you all decide. How is your Friday morning turning out? It's normal today. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to figure out which story you want me to read. Back on this one. This is one I read on last week, and it was a couple weeks I read on The Keeper. Which one would you like me to start? It's up to you. We can wait till more people come in. It's more better. I know it hasn't still been a whole lot, but every little bit that adds up, it helps with my watch time. And I was just studying the Video IQ where he went live yesterday, talking about how to grow more views and subscribers on your audience. And they tell you you have to be on more than a minute, 2 minutes. You need to at least be on longer, 10 minutes or more. And then it counts on that way. How do you go live? You have to set it up. My boyfriend's brother-in-law's son, Skylar's the one that hooked mine up. You just have to set it up. When you go on your channel, you click on your channel, it pulls up your page and it shows up there the little camera icons. You got your notifications and you click on that, it'll say upload or live. You click on that live and that's how you bring up your live stream. Are you trying to go live to do a live stream video? It'll be great. Until you try it, you don't know how good it happens. I'm getting a little better and all with mine, so. And that's how you do it. We'll wait till more people come in, I guess. Start on Storytime. There ain't enough people here. Not going to do it just for one person. But I'm glad you come in. I did one earlier and deleted it out. I waited like 10 minutes, so I took that one out and doing a redo of it. But I like the Twist the Story, Wink, and Poppy. That's the one I've been reading more out of. But other people's opinions, those who do like Storytime, I'm letting them pick the selection today. Oh, I had to delete it, the last one, because it was showing 0. Nobody come in. The way you get your watch time hours is when you're actually going live and people coming in. The more that feeds up, the longer that you have your audience hooked in, at least to 10 minutes of a video, and they're liking it when they're coming in, that gets most of your watch time. I had nobody to come in. I was waiting for like 10 minutes earlier. So yeah, I deleted that one out. Because that helps your watch time. And no one comes in, you're not going to get no watch time. It's going to show duration of how long it's on. It shows how many minutes you're on, but it'll show 0. Hello, whoever just come in. Let me think. It's Wayne. No, hello, Marco M. How you doing? Welcome to my channel. This is going to be about story time. Make sure you hit the like button when you all come in. And welcome. It's story time and chat time. And I'm waiting on more people to come in to decide which story they want me to start back on. I started on this one last week. It's called Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. And then I started from the book Keeper. I don't know if you all seen videos. Kim Chance is the author. And April Genevieve, I can't pronounce her last name, but it's Tucholke, is the author of this one. You all decide which one you want me to start where I left off from. They're both good. You all get to make the decision. I'm waiting on more people to come in. And if you please, if you would, hit the like button when you come in. Oh, whoever come in just left, I guess. Come back. Well, I don't see how, because the most things that YouTube wants to see is your watch time. If this 0 and you're staying on over an hour, it's like you're talking to yourself, but you don't get no watch time. The more they see your watch time, you gain more views on that video as well. I think he left because he come in and said something about official. You have a car? I don't know if that's another troll or who that is. But it's now only showing you view. When they come in and left and it says, you have a car? That could be a troll. I'm not sure, so. That's the only thing he said. He's not said anything else and left. That could be another troll on there. I'm not sure. Because they never replied back. I said, welcome. I never got got to reply back other than you have a car. That's kind of lame and weird. I put them on timeout because I didn't think they was real. They didn't never say anything else. I don't know how all of a sudden all these trolls are coming in. There's a way you can block it. I just ain't figured out other than on here and the live chat box how to block them, or you can put them in timeout. They'll just pop in, you just ignore it. But I thought it was a real person. You don't know sometimes. So I just kind of put them in timeout for 300 seconds. Well, I'm starting to think half of them don't click that bell, because I click on all my subscribers' bells. I welcome everyone that's, of course, legal of age. It's a certain age. They got to be 18 and up on my thing. It's like there's only 5 that come in yesterday, but then they left, and it was left with 3. The ones that you brought in. I guess they have to get to know me more. I don't know. It's just different. Somebody else come in. Welcome back. I don't know who you are. Hello. This is UWA. Hello. How you going? How you doing? I'm getting tongue tied today. Welcome to my channel. On Fridays, I usually do story time, or we chat and have certain discussions. And what I'm doing is asking everyone that's coming in. You can send more people on your end. Bring them into my live stream. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in. And you get to pick out which stories you want me to start on to go back to. Is it The Keeper or Wink and Poppy Midnight? And in case you didn't hear anything about these stories, you might have to go back and review on some of the other live streams of uploads. They're both good books. This one can get you lost if you can't really follow it, because instead of chapters, it splits it in between back and forth of characters on this one. You all get to decide. How's your Friday coming along? So that's why I don't leave them on. If no one doesn't show up and it's 0, and I'm sitting there waiting on 10 minutes, why leave it up? Because it's messing up the watch time. That's all YouTube cares about, is your watch time. We have to get up over 4,000 watch time hours. This is UWA Nameless. Welcome to my live stream. How you doing? And what is your goals? What is your channel about? Are you a writer? Are you a travel blogger? Are you an artist? Are you a gamer? What do you like to do on your channel? Usually on Fridays, I have story time. But like I said, I'm waiting on more people just to come in. Okay, they left. Welcome back. If you don't hook their interest in, they also will leave. And neither one of those two click the like button when they come in, but oh well. Until more people comes in, there ain't no need to even do story time. You got to reel them in. If you don't hook them in, when they first come in, those first minute or two, and it don't draw their interest, they walk out. But I appreciate whoever come in. Oh, you're doing beauty and makeup. I didn't see you. It just only shows one on here. So I want to make sure you hear you do beauty and makeup. Awesome. I have to come and check out your channel. I'm sure it's very interesting. A lot of people do beauty and makeup. They do hair. They do how to certain products they get in the mail, and they discuss on what their product is, which one they like versus the other product. That's very good. I'm just waiting on more people. If you got other people, send them my way to my channel. trying to hook them in and figure out which story out of the book they want me to read out of the 2 selections. As I said, Wink and Poppy Midnight. This is Keeper, or I can read a little bit or out of both, and you can decide in case you actually miss stories out of it. This is one of a great mentor of mine. I'm gotten to, I subscribed to her. I've been going to her channel for a good many months now. And the author's by Kim Chance. You all can check out her channel. She got her ARC boxing coming in on the Seeker. She's got the Seeker coming out. Make sure you read the Keeper before you buy the Seeker. And I can't wait. I'm about to order the Seeker soon. I got this one a little over a month ago. I'm so excited. They're both good. This is a new author, April Genevieve. She's new. Cannot pronounce that name. If you're a good reader and can pronounce that, more power to you, because I can't pronounce that name right there. But that is the author of this book. It is called Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. This is UWA Marco. All right. Nice to meet you, Marco. My name is Lisa. I'm from Lancaster, South Carolina. I'm 46 years old. My passion is writing, being a writer. My goal is to become my first-time author. I've completed a rough draft of my book called Emma and Her Mom, Jane. The rough draft's finished. I got some more touch-ups to do on it and work on it. Hoping one day this is going to make a dream come true and I get it published one day. I've never published anything except on my platforms. I never went all the way with it. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. And get your bestie to come on. Try to go find Salsa. Get her on here. She keeps getting confused when I'm live. Make sure you bring her here. And thank you for whoever hit the like button. Now I can do a little description on this book and you can decide which ones you want. This is a balancing between possibility paranormal and just plain disturbing. Touchcoat walks a fine spine chilling line, high on teen drama, with unexpected twists to intrigue and entertain. It's about 2 girls, 1 boy, 1 summer, 1 bad thing. What really happened? Someone knows. Someone is lying. And it's very good. It's fiction. It's a hero. It's about a hero, a villain, a liar, and who's who. You can get confused with this book. It kind of goes between the different characters. At a Wink, Poppy, and Midnight. And then you got Leaf. Leaf is Wink's brother. Midnight is a male. Poppy's a female. Midnight, I think, is in love with Poppy. He moves away to make the story short to try to get over Poppy. He's been in love with Poppy since they were teenagers. They used to live on each other's block, like down the street from each other. And he come to find out that Poppy wasn't in love with him. She used to make jokes and kind of bully him around. He thought they were in love with each other, and she liked different other boys. To make this short, this book, Keeper, which I love the theme, is called Magic Always Leaves a Mark by Kim Chance. When a 200-year-old witch attacks her 16-year-old bookworm, Lainey Styles is determined to find a logical explanation. Even with the impossible staring her in the face, Lainey refuses to believe it until she finds a photograph linking the witch to her dead mother. After consulting a psychic, Lainey discovers that she likes her mother. That she is like her mother, is a keeper, a witch with the exclusive ability to unlock and wield the Grimoire, a dangerous but powerful spell book. But there's a problem. The Grimoire has been stolen by a male violet warlock who is desperate for a spell locked inside it. A spell that would allow him to siphon away the world's magic. With the help of her comic book loving best friend and her enigmatic but admittedly handsome street fighter, Lainey must leave her life of college prep and studying behind to prepare for the biggest test of all, stealing back the book. That gives you an idea of what The Keeper's about. But you must read this before you get Seeker. They kind of connect. This is the first one, and then you get the Seeker. Okay, hurry back so you can figure out which one you like to read, The Keeper or The Wink and Poppy Midnight. But you have to really pay attention to keep up on Wink and Poppy Midnight because it's not listed in chapters. It's listed back and forth with the characters. And where I stopped at was on Wink, and it's switching back over to the character Midnight. This is where I stopped at. This is where I was just reading it. But we stopped on Wink, and this is where we left off at. If I can go from there. But I'm letting you all that comes in decide which book of story time you would like me to read. And then we're just going to have some fun chats, discussions, reconnecting, getting to know each other. I want us to all grow and come connected as a YouTube family. We all grow and we all connect. We can help each other grow on their channel. That's my goal. I want to get more subscribers, more likes, and get much as I can building in my watch time hours. That's all YouTube cares about. You got to build your watch time hours. And they want you to get up to 4,000, which is very hard. That's the hardest thing you can do with your channel. You got to keep your people hooked. Keep them in, and make sure you all, if you do like and subscribe my channel, make sure you click that bell so you don't miss when I go live stream. That is very important, you all. So, how do you think your channel's coming along? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Can I just call you UWA? Or UWA? Is that how you pronounce it? You think your channel's growing successfully? I've seen a lot of people's channels really crushing it. And if you got good thumbnails, good watch time hours, that also helps grow your channel. And Wayne's going to get some other people on. Well, hurry back. If you just left, y'all come back. He's coming back. He's going to get some other people to come in on here. Because the bigger is your live stream, the more people that comes in and participates, that helps more of the one that's doing the creator, the one that's on their channel, get their story time in. You need more people in order to do story time. Marco, that's right. Marco. Well, come back, Marco, because it's only showing 0 at the moment. Y'all come back. If you're still here, say hello and let me know if you're still here. Welcome back, whoever that was that come in. Make sure you hit the like button each time you come to my channel. We're trying to figure out which story we're going to read today. Wink, Poppy, and Midnight, or read on The Keeper where I left off. They're both good books. You make the choice. How do you do that? When you go and link more channels, how do you do that? How do you link more people to your channels? I'm trying to figure that out, and I got so confused with that one. How do you do that? How do you link more people to, how do I link more people to my channel? But both of these books are great. They're one of my favorites so far. I want to make note of that because I've been trying to figure that out, and I'm so confused with that. And my thumbnails are still, I'm trying to create my own thumbnails. It's not doing as good as I want it to. I've been trying to work on that too. Well, I do that too. I share it on my Facebook, my blog it page. I have a Reddit page. Twitter. I have Instagram, SexyBlonde125. Sometimes I put links up on my AP site on there. It's supposed to rain here today. I'm trying to judge when's a good time to feed my fur babies. I don't want to go out there and get drenched, but and their food get wet. It's supposed to start at 9 o'clock, and it's already 10:57 a.m. on my time. I do the same thing. I do share it with others. And I got 3 new subscribers yesterday. I'm up to 52, so woohoo for me. Thanks for showing the love. You all know who you are. Thank you. And I also subscribe to you all as well. And then once we get to the story time, we'll discuss more of my update on the assignment that I'm on. I'm on the tropes, if I pronounce it right. TROPS. I got like one assignment behind. I'm caught up. And I'll do the other one today. I've done 4 so far, 4 lessons. Fixing to be on the 5th one. There's only 10. It's a 10-day writing course. You can sign up. It's free. And it helps you out, all of us as writers, to become better writers. Check your links. Check them out. Sweet. You want me to check them, or you telling them to check the links and check them out? I don't think I could do that while I'm actually live streaming. Y'all just come on my way. You come in, hit that like button, and we can get started on story time. I'm just waiting on more people to come in. I'm very patient. Some people are not as patient as me. I'm very patient. How can I do that when I'm actually live streaming? Just open up another browser and do it that way? It's not going to cut me off my live stream. Just open up a new tab and go check it that way. Is that how you do that? Because I'm still learning I'm still learning different things every day. All right, hurry back. It's if I leave here, I have to open another tab in order to do it. Now I can copy and paste the link and show it in my live feed and get people to go to certain other ones, but I don't know how to do that while I'm actually live. But hurry back. I'm just sitting here waiting for more people. Story time's not fun when you ain't got enough audience. So I'm just waiting here patiently. I've done that before when I first started the story Wink and Poppy Midnight. I want to see a bunch of people. I want to see 100 people viewing and watching. This makes it exciting. We all get acquaintance with one another. We get connected, figure out where we're at, what we have common on channels. There's a lot of writers out there, and there's a lot of people's not into writing. Some people just do it just for hobby. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're still writing, you're getting a taste and feel of writing, keep doing it. It's fun. Oh, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm right here. I'm staying put. Because if I click off and somebody comes in, they don't see me, it might run them off. So I just want to stay where I'm at the moment. I could probably check them once I'm done with the live stream, but I'm staying put. No worries. Hurry back now. I'm just trying to decide which book to read, Wink, Poppy, Midnight, or Keeper. You all throw your votes in. We're going to have a vote on this. If you want the Wink and Poppy Midnight, you got to do a thumbs up. If you want me to read Keeper, just click the number 1 in the chat live stream feed. This is the way we're going to do a vote. Some of y'all have never heard of these books. And that's why I'm saying it might be kind of hard to decide which one to read if you never come on Fridays on my story time. It might be hard. But you just do your votes. Whoever's got the most votes, the most like, or the most number 1, we vote them in. And that will be the story I'll read today. They're both good. This is Keeper by Kim Chance. She's awesome. I'm subscribed to her. I watch her videos every day or every week. I think she puts them up every Tuesday. And then I got this lovely story that can confuse the crap out of you if you don't really follow it. It has no chapters. They go between the characters. There's a hero, there's a villain, and who's who. Stay tuned. Prairie Dodgers, that is Cindy. I shared your channel with Lisa. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to write these other people down so I can know who they are and go check out their channels, see what they're doing. I have no problem doing that. I only do that though after my live stream. Can't do it in the middle of my live stream though. So let me write this down. I'm writing these names down that way I could keep up with them, not get confused. So I had a bunches of them. I wrote them down, but that one I tried to look up, the blogger one, something blogger, it said there was no results on that one. So I couldn't seem to find that one's channel. And if y'all can at least stay to 10 minutes of my live stream, or preferably to the end, would be great. Because it's going to help build my watch time, my goals. It's going to grow more people in. It's going to get people to get to know me more better, to see I have a great attitude. I'm positive. I'm loyal to my subscribers. I'm loyal to other audiences and people. And this is how we grow. If you don't get your channel out there, your links out there, you don't jump into other people's channel when they go on live stream, you're not going to get much enhancement. I just jumped right in on their chat. I don't know them, never met them, never chatted with them. I just jumped right in there. I let them know who I am. I say hello, everyone. Greetings to you all. And I leave it at that. And I just sit back and I listen. I listen to what everybody's talking about on their live stream. And you want to find out to see if they got the traits or things in common that it goes or matches your channel. Even if it don't, you can still show the kind words and the love. And it helps us all grow as a YouTube family. I love going live. I love to do uploads. It seems like my live does better than uploads. I kind of go in between to see which gets the highest and which doesn't. It's good to do that. It's good to do both. You don't have to always go live stream. A lot of people don't like putting their camera out there and letting the world see. But I do. In order to grow your channel, they like to see the real you. Instead of just, thumbnails are great, but they want to see who you are. They want to be able to trust you and get to know you when you're going live. That's very important. And that's one of the things that will help your channel grow. So, yeah, just make sure when you come in, you show your kindness and hit that like button. And any questions you want to ask on this live stream right now, I'm live, feel free to ask away in the chat, the live chat feed, or you can ask at the end of it in the comments section. I'm all about answering questions if I have the answers. If I don't, I'll go get those answers and I'll make sure I get them back to you. We're all about learning and help each other growing. Good morning, Bestie. About time you made it. I'm trying to get more people. I can't do story time till more people come in. Make sure you hit the like button. Your brother's supposed to be going to get more people, sending links to come on here. And it's a little different. Today I'm letting you all decide out of the two books which story time you want me to read. And those that was here from my story time in the past knows a little bit about it. And we're going to do votes. Is it the Wink and Poppy and Midnight or Keeper? We're going to do votes. If you want me to read, decide me to go on with the Wink and Poppy characters, a hero, a villain, a liar, and who's who, you put in the number 1 on there, and we're going to see who gets the most votes. And I'll go from there a reading. How does that sound? Thank you. I'm having a great Friday, great morning. How about you? Coffee? You need to do nothing really fancy because it's going to be raining. Frank Prairie Dodgers, that is Cindy. I share channel with your channel with Lisa. Okay. But always click that bell. If you click that bell, you won't miss me going live. I've seen one of Missy Ellie yesterday, and go figure, I called her at the tail end. She had to interrupt the phone call and had to go, but I got to speak to her. I showed up. There wasn't no 10 minutes. She's like, if you would, she said, I'm about to get off here, Miss Lisa, but if you would stay to 10 minutes, but I couldn't stay to 10 minutes because she's shut off and went offline. But I liked it. I spoke to her, so that's type of helping still too. Yes, sir, Bestie. I had 2 cups of coffee. I'm having a great morning, just waiting on people to come in. They kind of slow today. Y'all come on. Bring yourselves in. You don't know what's going on until you come in. Want to do my little jingle, but I don't have a jingle to do. I'm going to have to guess I have to make it one. Jing, jing, jing. When people come in, make sure you hit that light bell. Hit that bell and hit that light button. I said light bell. Blah. Been tongue-tied a lot this morning. Welcome back, Wayne. You're drinking your green tea. Good. They probably doing their channels. Where's Salsa at? Have y'all been able to find her? I haven't seen her all day yesterday. I hope she's doing all right. Sometimes she gets ill, gets sick, and I just want to make sure she's doing okay. Do y'all have her added on a channel or anything? Is she added on y'all's YouTube? Do y'all have ways to connect and still reach her? But I know she clicked my bell. Maybe she's just doing her channel. Sometimes she might do her channels the same time I do mine. You link my channel to Grand Adan or Aldan. How do you pronounce that? Adan. I'm just going to write it down. And some of the subscribers subscribe me. I wondered if that was some of your friends. One was called Positive Meditation. I got a subscribe from that person yesterday. And the other one was, I know I wrote it down. Happy Life, Family Life. They subscribed me yesterday. My Road to Thailand subscribed me. And Positive Word Meditation subscribed me. Was them some of your friends? I got them off of VIQ on the live stream yesterday. I was wondering if they were any of your friends. I linked your Lady Days. Thank you so much. You've been a very big help, Wayne. Don't know what I'd do without y'all. It's all a big help. That Stevie B is actually a singer. I went to view the channel. It's like videos of songs I haven't heard in years. You don't know the ones I mentioned? Okay, they subscribe me off of Video IQ. If you go watch a lot of their videos and catch them live, you're going to get more support on your channel. They came off of Video IQ. I know that's where I got them, but I thought maybe you knew them as well. I gained 3 of those yesterday. So I'm up to 52 subscribers so far. Yay for me. Awesome. Give myself a pat on the back. And all I was doing was just talking to people, asking how their channel's growing, like that. Giving everybody hugs, telling people I love to inspire others, and boom, boom, boom. Like 30 minutes later, after watching them live, I got 3 different subscribers. I'm like, really? Just for saying that? Maybe I need to do more on inspiring. Do more inspiring videos. I'm trying to figure out what fits and what works, you know? Yeah, I know she's a woman, but Stevie B, you said you was going to send somebody to my channel by Steven or Stevie B. He's a singer. I went and pulled him up, and he's a singer. He had videos of songs riding in the car, and he was a singer. I know a Stevie B singer. I used to listen to all his songs. I know she's a female, a woman. I get that. Lindsay is a woman's name. I appreciate that, David. Have you talked to my daughter, Wayne? Have y'all got in contact and talked any? That takes time. There's no hurry with that poem. It takes time to do that. When I went to type it in on the ID, it showed up. There's so many lists of them, and it popped up him, and it said singer, and it showed him riding in a convertible in the car. It was a video. It didn't show the actual person, that channel. But when I looked up the one something bag, something blogger, I went to type it in. It said there was no results under that name. And I typed it in the way it was written in the feed. It wouldn't even pull it up. Because I was going to go add that person. Go check out the video, like it, comment. It wouldn't show up. See if you can figure out that name again. Hurry back, Wayne. It showed up singer, really. It had a whole list of names. When I typed it in, it said Stevie B. It had other Stevie B's. I didn't know which one it was. But it pulled up a singer. There's a singer that's named Stevie B out there. I can't remember his whole name, but there is a singer. Because I used to listen to his music. The music was back in the 80s or 90s on there. So you still been writing her poem. Is it coming together? I know she's going to love that poem. She's going to love it. I've been on 28 minutes. I don't know how many hours. That's probably a little over an hour now. Wayne was telling me I shouldn't delete my videos even though nobody's on. It's 0 live. But I'm not going to sit there and read a story unless I'm just rehearsing it myself. And nobody shows up. I don't get no watch time credit. So I deleted it out. I done it yesterday. He said, nah, you still need to leave them up. Nobody deletes their videos. I know plenty of people delete their videos and they don't get enough views or enough watch time. They do delete them too. Some of my friends told me it's not good to leave them on there because they're going to see, well, this person ain't really growing, ain't getting nowhere on this one. I'm going to skip her video. I'm going to go to the ones that's got the highest views or the most subscribers or the most watch time credits. That's what they're looking at. If you way down at the bottom, they're not going to really view your channel. They'll take a peek and walk out because I've been there. I noticed that I've been there. But I'm not quitting. That's why I come back on and redone a new one. I tried it again. And this time it took 10 minutes for people to come on. But Wayne finally made it. You finally made it. And so, but I was like rehearsing, just reading out loud, rehearsing while people's coming in on this one. So, and now I'm just looking over my notes. I got a lot of notes. I got them marked with receipts on my chorus discussion. We're on the tropes part, TROPES, or troops. Troops is TROOPS. I guess that's tropes, pronounced tropes. We're on that section on my writing assignment. Fixing to be on writing 5. This was a 4 out of 10. I done 4 assignments. Fixing to be on assignment 5. 5 more days, I'll be done with that course. I'll do the quiz and I'll be done with it. And I always take notes as I go with it. Y'all check out my turtles. If I could pull it up some. See my turtle babies up there? Look at my turtles. Gizmo's sleeping, and Daisy's somewhere back there being a sleepyhead. Welcome back, Wayne. Y'all check out my turtles. Y'all see my turtles? Probably kind of hard to see. That's Gizmo right there. Daisy must be on the back or on the very back corner. I love my turtles. I had one 3 years ago. She died. My first turtle was Sweet Pea, and she died. They my babies. So you're back. His channel name is Stephen B. That's what I typed. Started pulling up a singer. I typed in just like the way you got it, and it started pulling up the singer. It was weird. I don't know, and it's got so many others under that name. When I looked it up, I looked it up and searched it. Stevers B or Stephen B is his channel. You got Stevers, Stevers B. It's Stevers B and not Stephen? Maybe I wrote it in wrong. Okay, I got you. Stevers B. So I wrote in Stephen B or Stevie B. I wrote it in wrong. My bad. My bad. I hate when I put in the wrong words. That ain't cool. Just waiting on more people to come in and we'll get this story time on the road. What y'all lazy head doing? You gonna say hi? Say hey there. Say hey. Say hey, Gizmo. Look on camera. This way, you fathead. Look. Hey, you. You want a blackberry? You want a strawberry? You better look on this camera. Oh, he's looking out the window. He don't care about me at the moment. He's looking at the daggone window. Daisy, where you at? You want to come get in the camera? You want to come live stream with me a few seconds? And they got their little play toys right there. They're so funny. They're so lazy too. They like to be lazy in the mornings. But that's my terps. Maybe he'll look this way in a minute. I was trying to get him to look over it. It didn't work so well. I'm going to write that name down so make sure I don't write it wrong again. It helps to write the right names. Let me write that down again. Here we go. And there I go. I got it written down now. How about them apples? Where they at? Where they at? Where the peeps at? Where the peeps at? They doing their own channel or where's these peeps at? Y'all come on in, y'all. And y'all decide which book you want me to read. Wink and Poppy, Midnight, do thumbs up. If it's a keeper, put number 1 on there. And we can vote which has the most likes out of the number one. This is a good book. This is a good book. I'm having trouble deciding which one to start. Which one was y'all most hooked in? The Keeper or Wink and Poppy and Midnight? I love that theme though. The magic always leaves a mark. And the author is by Kim Chance. She's one of my favorite authors of all times now. And the Water Keeper is with a story, past, and magical dynamics beyond just witches and non-magical folk. Chance delivers an enjoyable beginning to her new series. Kirkus Reviews. In US it's $14.99, but I think I got mine for $12, maybe $11 or $12 something when I got it. Yeah, I'll be having more fun when more people come on. Storytime. I thought people love Storytime. Storytime. They don't actually like book story time. Some do, but they're actually really bookworms. Y'all not really bookworms, but y'all still support me. In order to stay a better songwriter or a better writer, period, you got to like books. I'm ready for my books to come in. Hurry, hurry, hurry. They're not here yet. My daughter's package come in yesterday, and our other package that my partner ordered, he ordered this new router like what do he do with it? Wi-Fi thingy. And it's supposed to, according to him, he thought that you can unhook your router and you can better use it over 5-mile range. Whoever's got Wi-Fi, it can go out to like 5 miles of range. And it said in reviews that everybody's turning to that. Everybody's doing away with Wi-Fi and their routers, and they turn into it. It's a little box. And it's supposed to reach out 5 miles of range, fast upload, download, and all that. I don't know if that's true. Thank you, Bessie. So which one of y'all want me to read? I'm going to ask y'all. Nobody else probably ain't going to come in. It's been over an hour and something, 104, 36 seconds since I've been on, so y'all pick the book out. You put a heart up if you want me to read Keeper or Wink and Poppy and Midnight. Put number one. Which one y'all want me to read? Y'all decide. I'm picking which one. Oh, okay. Keeper. Keeper it is. And what made you decide Keeper, Bestie? What made you decide Keeper? Because it's a prettier book? Or because the other one confused the crap out of you? Because it goes between characters. Oh, I've been reading out of both of them. I read some out of that one week, and I read out of this in like 2 couple Fridays in a row. That's awesome. Okay. You said Wink and Poppy, because this is when I was like rehearsing out loud before you come in, Wayne. He likes Keeper. It might be a tie. Let's do it any, mini, miny, mo. Any, mini, miny, mo. Catch a rabbit by his toe. If he hollers, don't let him go. Any, mini, miny, mo. Keeper wins. I made that one in setting up. I made that up. And you liked it? Awesome. Okay, back to the Keeper. And now we're on chapter 3. On the Keeper. If there's a name I cannot pronounce, I'm just going to spell it out. If y'all know it, You do the thumbs up, because some words I can't pronounce. There are some words in here that's hard to pronounce. But I'm working on it. I'll eventually go back and Google it and have them to pronounce it and learn the proper way then. It didn't take long for the calm I felt while talking to Maggie to evaporate. As soon as I left the playground, my mind began to hurl questions at me. Questions with no answers. By the time I arrived home, my nerves felt like I had been running over them with a cheese grater. I pulled myself from the car and turned to see my uncle, Garrett, sitting on the front porch. He was holding a book in one hand and a mug of coffee in the other. Considering the late hour, it could mean only one thing. "Oh, come on," I groaned as I stomped up the steps and plopped down in the chair beside him. "Again?" She just did one last week." Garrett smiled sheepishly but didn't look up from his book. She had a feeling. "You know the drill." I rolled my eyes. "Why can't you date someone normal?" He ignored me, but he did reach over to give me a sympathetic pat on the shoulder. "She brought cookies, if that helps." And you know where we left off, the sister's having problems with her sister dating that guy. That's where we left off at, and she's very worried, thinking this guy's no good for her little sister. I think her sister was named Kate. Snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles? They are your favorites, aren't they? I nodded and let a sigh. Serena might be batshit crazy, but she was a hell of a baker. Fine. That's my girl. Gareth grinned at me, the glint in eye making him look much younger than his 42 years. We don't look much alike, Gareth. We don't look much alike. Gareth is tall, brawny, with honey-colored hair, tan skin, and dark chocolate-colored eyes, and a fair complexion. I look mostly like my mom, but I have my dad's smile. Garrett's and my mannerisms are the same, though, and we have the exact same sense of humor. We can even finish each other's sentences. Serena jokes that we share a brain. I guess that is what happens when your whole family consists of a single person. Garrett took me in after my parents died, and it had been just the two of us and his kooky girlfriend, Serena, ever since. Our relationship had always been more like friends or roommates than uncle and niece. But I liked it that way. Life with Garrett was easy. I leaned my head against the back of the wicker chair and sighed, sitting beside Garrett on the porch, listening to the soft, slithering sound of his pages turning was peaceful. But my mind still flashed with images of the woman or the ghost or whatever it was. The handprint on my arm stung under the fabric of my hoodie. "You okay, kid?" Garrett was looking at me over the top of his book. "I think I'm just a little stressed about the Sats." It wasn't exactly a lie. "You're going to do great," he said, giving my shoulder a squeeze. "You've been studying for months." "I know. I guess I'm just," I bit down on my bottom lip, "I'm just worried about more things than one. Everything will work out exactly as it's supposed to." You can't control what happens to you, only how you react to it. He smiled at me. Besides, you have nothing to worry about. You asked for a dictionary and a set of encyclopedias for your 8th birthday. I'm pretty sure you're going to kill it. The memory made me laugh. The encyclopedias had passed on. I still had that same worn out Webster's sitting on my desk in my room. Thanks. You're right. I just need to relax a little. Exactly. Gareth turned back to his book. Now, why don't you head in for some of those cookies? Serena should be finished up by now. Aren't you coming? I'm right behind you. I stood up and walked toward the door. Part of me was dying to turn around, jump into his lap like I used to do as a kid, and tell him how scared and confused I was. But the other half screamed at me to walk inside and not say anything that might land me in a padded room. With a huff, I walked inside. The house smelled strongly of burnt sage. Serena, or Madam Serena, just one second, get a phone call. I get them sometimes. Hold that thought. Don't go anywhere. Anybody comes in, make sure they hit the like button. Hello? Hey. Nah, he's at work. All right. I told them I was like, that's fine. And they're like, we can give me the $900, but they know the floors are messed up. So is that what James needs to get this process rolling? He probably does. He needs to get the money up and do the repairs on there because that's what because Tara texted me on Messenger yesterday and was telling me they're ready to move in. And then Jamie, she told me to leave the message, so I did when he got in. He said thank you. Just hang on a little bit while he has to get it ready. But I guess that's what he needs. But I'll let him know. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to let him move into my house because they're coming from Florida. Oh, wow. So I just said, yeah, you can move into the house. There's a Florida girl. And one guy, he makes damn good money. So that's awesome. We appreciate what y'all doing. All right. I'll give him the heads up. I appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye. I'm sorry about that. That was one of our renters. We had one of the people that didn't want to pay their rent on time, so they decided to move out. Now we got somebody else that wants to rush into the place, and we got some repairs we got to do on it. They kind of messed up the kitchen floor. We just put brand new carpet down. Me and my boyfriend, one that does the remodeling of the renters. And they're saying that these couple are coming down from Florida, that if he needs the money right off front, they're willing to pay the $900 up front. So, yay. I don't know what he wants to do, but I'll let him know. But back to the story. Every now and then I'll get a phone call. It happens. Now I got to figure out where I'm at. It'll take me just a few minutes here. Okay, I left off where I'm right behind you. I stood up and I walked toward the door. Part of me was dying to turn around, jump into his lap like I used to do as a kid. And I didn't read that. Okay, I stopped that. That might land me in a padded room. Here we go. With a huff, I walked inside. The house smelled strongly of burnt sage. Serena, or Madame Serena Morels, as her customers call her, was in the living room. A dozen or more candles lined the room, casting shadows against the walls. The light wrapped around her, giving her rusted brown skin a soft glow. Her large brown eyes were wide and focused, and she was swaying back and forth, her shiny dark hair swishing around her shoulders in a perfect line. She was clutching a bundle of burning sage and mumbling some kind of incarnation under her breath. If I hadn't seen it 1,000 times before, I would have laughed. But Serena and Garrett had been together for as long as I can remember, and these cleansing rituals had become commonplace in our house. "Hi, Serena," I called out as I passed through to the kitchen. She blinked and turned and smiled at me. "Laney, just in time. I just finished the cleansing ritual. Your house is officially spirit free." She swept across the floor with that ridiculous flamboyant walk she somehow made look natural and began to blow out the candles. "Don't you just love the energy of a clean house? It's absolutely exhilarating. Can you feel it?" "Yeah, definitely." I snorted down a laugh, not that Serena noticed. She continued flouncing around the room, sweeping her long skirt around her legs like a matador does his muleta. Muleta. Is that pronounced muleta? Moleta? Muleta? Anyway, y'all figure that out. "You know what I think we should do?" Serena skipped back over to me. "I think we should form a Serenity Circle. We haven't done one in months." That sounds really great, but I got a lot of studying to do. I think I'm going to grab a few cookies and then head up to bed." Serena put a palm against my cheek, her forehead seized as she peered into my face. "You know, your aura is looking a little cloudy. Perhaps a good night's rest is what you need? Or maybe she just needs to stop stressing and stuff her face full of cookies instead." Garrett's voice rang out from the entryway. He walked into the living room with his book in his hand and a grin on his face. Serena scoffed at Garrett and smiled, but it didn't quite reach her eyes. "Yes, cookies and rest. Just what the doctor ordered." She turned away from me and then shouted, "Garrett," a look I didn't understand before turning her attention back to the candles. Gareth looked back at her, his own face unreadable. I wondered if this was one of those weird couple moments when they were having a conversation without saying actual words. I watched them for a few seconds before deciding to retreat to the kitchen. A plate of snickerdoodle cookies sat on the counter. I grabbed a handful and headed upstairs for my room. As soon as I shut the door and sat on the edge of my bed, all the fear and confusion I felt outside the comic book shop returned, coiling low in my gut. My heart was thumping, so I shoved a warm cookie into my mouth as a distraction. My eyes roamed around the room as I chewed. My bedroom wasn't large, but I loved the sense of home it gave me, something I rarely felt at all the other houses. Of all the other houses we lived in. Maybe it was because I knew I'd get to stay this one longer than a few months. Garrett had always claimed the job market was unstable. But after 14 moves in the last 5 years alone, I made him swear to stay put long enough for me to finish high school in one place. He agreed. and had kept his promise for more than 2 years now. But I wasn't taking any chances, thus the goal of early graduation. Okay, I got to take care of business. What business is that? What business I got to take care of? Yeah, oh, when the phone call come in, yeah, I got interrupted there and it kind of threw me off a little bit, but I'm back on track now. The bulletin board above my desk was covered in brochures from colleges around the country. The thought of being alone and on my own both terrified and thrilled me, but I was eager to leave Lothbrook behind. There was so much of the world I hadn't seen yet, and the science in me was eager to explore and experiment, and maybe make an important discovery or two. I've been nothing more than a bookworm and a nomad my entire life. I was ready for a big change. There has to be something else out there for me, I thought, staring at the brochures. It's time I found out what. Swallowing the last of my cookie, I grabbed my dictionary off the desk, the blue one Gareth had given me, and thumbed through it. Just get back to studying. Styles. Everything else we'll keep for a bit. Ambiguous adjective, I said out loud, letting the familiar words soothe me, meaning unclear or vague. I flipped to a new page. Irrevocable adjective, meaning permanent or unchanging. Permanent or unchanging, that's a good one. When I turned the next page, a worn photograph fell into my lap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I knew what it was without even looking at it, but my heart still wrenched as I turned it over. It was the last picture ever taken of my parents and me. Gareth had given it to me several years back. My mother and father were standing underneath a tall tree with red and orange leaves. My father was grinning at the camera, holding me, only a bundled infant at the time. My mother wasn't looking at the camera. She was looking lovely at my father, her eyes wide and bright. It was comforting to see their faces, despite the familiar pain in my chest every time I thought about them not being here. I was just about to shove the photograph back into the dictionary when a tiny detail caught my eye. I moved the photograph closer to my face, blinking to clear away any tears that might affect my vision. I gasped, dropping the photo as if it were on fire. No, I whispered. There is no way. I stared at the photo, lying face down on the carpet. I reached down and gingerly picked up the photograph. The faces were the same, radiant and smiling, but that wasn't what had my heart threatening to bear out of my chest. Around my mother's neck was a silver necklace. Hanging from the necklace was an oval-shaped emerald pendant. I recognized the necklace. I'd seen it only hours before. It was the very same emerald amulet amulet that had hung from the bloody woman's throat. Oh boy. And then it starts on chapter 4. We'll get on to that chapter next Friday. Or if I decide to switch up and do it on the Thursdays, it's just according to my mood. What do you all think about that chapter 3 so far, The Keeper? It's kind of sad that their parents died. There's mystery on that chapter. What did you all think about The Keeper so far? And I just love the theme, and magic always leaves a mark. And my newest favorite author, Kim Chance. I just love her. I love her books. I'm going to get Seeker. You can buy the pre-order now. It's like $10.89 or $59. And that helps her out. It helps prolong her to go back and get more books if you get the pre-order. But it don't matter to me because I'm going to finish this, and I still want the Secret. I like both of them in my library. I love them. I love them. And I hope you all enjoy that story time. And there might have been some words I didn't pronounce wrong, but like I said, I'd spell it or try to pronounce it the best way I know how. So I hope you all like that story. Thank you. And Kim Chance feels that even though Keeper was her first baby, it's like a fantasy for young adults, sci-fi for young adults. But I like to read young adult teen books. It's not always has to be older books for older people. I like young teens. I like romance. I like memoirs. I like biographies, mysteries, thrillers. I like all of them. Different genres, different categories. But she feels like Secret is going to be better than Keeper. So far, I like Keeper. I don't know. I think your first baby should always be number one. But then again, she feels like, well, it took me 10 years to write this and really get over my ugly head fear of getting it published. She finally done it. And now when she finally got Secret about to be published to the world and completed, she feels like Secret is her best bet. She thinks it's better than Keeper. I can't say that because I've only started the Keeper and about to be on chapter 4. So kind of slow getting it read, but I like to take my time so I don't get confused with it. Sometimes I get confused with the characters sometimes in there. They go back and reread the characters again. But I can go and tell you that Lainey is one of my favorite characters, just like Kim, because we're both bookworms. We like to go to libraries or a store that's got books in it, and our eyes is drawn to go to that aisle to that book or certain books. I am a bookworm. I don't read them all in order. I'll read some, skip around, I'll read other ones. It's just what mood that draws my attention on what mood I'm in or what genre, what I decide or what I want to read. Yes, it was fun. I think she's an awesome writer. You guys need to go check out her channel, Kim Chance. Subscribe and comment. She shares so much things and ideas, even her pros, her cons, her ups, her downs. Check her out. And Megan LaCory, that's her best friend. They collaborate. They go on trips together. They share their Wemo, Namo together. I signed up for that, but I'm kind of way confused on how that works. I'm not an author yet, so I can't say choose I'm an author. I'm more or less a writer, but they didn't have it listed under the categories. It's got author, write books. One is screenwriter, and I forgot what the other one was, like 3 different categories. You can sign it. It's free, and it's supposed to help you gain more of your word count, help more of your flow, to put your thoughts together and things like that. And they help towards publish your book. And that's free, so I don't think there's no scamming on that. A lot of videos I see people in that, and they signed up for it. She is an awesome writer. I just can't seem to stop bragging about her. And then when she did a video, she had a video up Tuesday. She got her first Secret Arcs unboxing that come in. She was so emotional. She's like, I'm not going to get teary-eyed, y'all. This is not like my first book I won. I mean, you can go back and see where I started. You always followed me from day one from Keeper. And she's like, I don't think I'm going to break down, and da-da-da. She broke down. But it was happy tears. And I just felt her emotion right there with her, you know. I got kind of teary-eyed. I let her know, I said, congratulations, you're continuing your dreams. You're making it. You're doing it. You've done it. You're an author now. And everybody loves her. You all just go check out her channel. And I just love the theme. Magic always leaves a mark. And I want to come up with a theme that fits my book. Like something like, because it can't be what their theme is. It's got to be your own. You writers never give up. Stick around, or something like that. I don't know. Something that's got a meaning to it. I want to have a theme mark on my book. It's probably maybe like this, paperback, this size. The covering, all this is expensive. She's got the gloss type cover. I like the way she's got the background. She's got her name at the very bottom. I don't think she has her picture in it. She don't have her picture in it. Maybe she'll have one in secret. I'm not sure. But she does have her name on it. She don't have her picture in the book. But you can find her, Kim Chance. Chance. Awesome. One of my favorite newer authors. And I just follow her. I go back and get ideas. Certain writing flow ideas. She really inspires me. And also Gillian Perkins. Sunny Ladusky. She works for YouTube. She's an entrepreneur. But they sell their courses. In order to get in their courses, they sell them. Some of them are free. Like on the profile, if you need a character list, they'll send them to you free. Give you an idea how to do your character list, your profile, things like that. So I really like her channel. She's awesome. Welcome back, Wayne. The Love Fills the Air, the name of the poem. What poem? Is that the one you written for Sarah? The Love Fills the Air? The Love Fills the Air, the name of the poem. Is that the one you writing for Sarah? Awesome. I know she's going to love it. Is it going to be finished before you send out my package next week? Or that's going to be something different? You're going to send it to her, or you're going to send it to me through an email, and then that way I can just send it to her. I can also send it to her that way through email. Awesome. Okay. That way, because she'll love it. She'll like to have it in her hand. Just have your name signed on it and that kind of thing. That's going to be great. Daggone it, I'm so anxious. I want my books here. I want them here. I'm just so ready for it. I can't wait. Thank you. I know Wayne does his t-shirt and things, but does he write poems or stories or anything like that? Other than songs, I forgot. I know he's busy on his t-shirts. Does he do anything with writing poems or stories? Yes, send it with my books. Can't wait. And make sure you send it to the address, the one I gave you. I think that's the only one I gave you. I got two of them, but I prefer my packages to come in this one. I consider that my mailbox, which is mine and my partner's, but most of my packaging, or if I do unboxing videos, it usually comes from that address I give you. I can't wait. What does the cover of the books look like? Does it have a special cover, or is it just plain a little book with a title on it, or is a title on the side of the book? I'm just anxious. And what color are they? What color is the books? I'm just anxious. I'm so anxious. I'm having an antsy moment. No good. I got to be more patient. Patience. Patience. Learn patience. I'm just so impatient. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I want my book. I want my book. I want my books. Y'all overlook me. I'm having a silly moment. Here we go. It's Friday. I could do that. It's Friday. One of my favorite days of the week. Huh? You also get your ammunition software. Is that going to be mailed to me or sent to my email that day? Is all that coming together when the books come? Because I went back, as you told me, if I checked my email. I didn't see that in my email. I saw the sample of my shirt, and I got your comment from going to your channel, but I didn't get that one. With a book too. Awesome. So that's coming in the mail too, along with David's package. Oh, awesome. Great. I'm going to have me a big package. Would it all still fit in the mailbox? How do you know how much, what's the word? How do you know how much size or how much package you can actually send in at once? I've done that one time and they send it back. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if I had the right packaging, but they actually send it back to me. So I hope it all will fit. If not, it might be two packaging coming the same day. But I hope they all come the same day. Oh gosh, I'm so ready for it. And anything else y'all want to put in there? A nice little note on how we become friends, or y'all can put a photo of y'all in there. I do want a picture of y'all. If y'all can put a photo in with that in my book. When it was taken, a recent one, I want a photo of y'all. Y'all are special to me. Because I have a little scrapbook thing. I'm trying to start a new scrapbook thing. What I'm doing on my YouTube, and people that sends me packages or little short little notes and things, or a little photograph, I put it into my scrapbook. It's called, I think I got it labeled, or I'm getting it together to label it, my YouTube bestie friends scrapbook making, or something like that. I might rearrange it later on, but I'm just now coming up with the idea and started on. I got to get the more materials and things I need, but I will get that. I'll probably get that either tonight, maybe tomorrow. I ain't decided yet on that. You'll get it sent to my door. That means someone will deliver it to me, which I'll be here. Send it to the same address that I gave to Bestie, your brother. I'll make sure, because I'll be here. I just need to know about what time. Do they actually deliver it to your doors at the same time that my mail runs? My mail runs out here between 2:30 and 3, I think. 2:30 and 3 o'clock. The other end, they come on Fridays like at 12:30. They come earlier, but I like to check my own mail. I like to get my own package. Thank you. I really appreciate that. The Writer's Little Helper is green and white book. Awesome. I just love it. Daggone it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. What is the date? And I lost track. The date's the 3rd or 4th. I get a day behind sometimes. Wait a minute. It's the 3rd. Wait a minute. The 7th's on a Tuesday when I thought it was on a Sunday. That's on a Tuesday. So it means my book will be here. My package will be here Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday it should be here. Because whatever day y'all send it takes me 3 days before I receive it. Yay. Unless it's a fast delivery. If it's fast delivery, I can get it the next day. But I'm patient. I'm not complaining. I'm not a complainer. Not all the time. Just sometimes. I got to write that down. In my notes. Hold on a minute. The Writer's Little Helper. Writer's Little. Oh, it's so cute. I love that title. Little Helper. The Writer's Little Helper is green and white. And the other one, rights or wrong is tan paperback. Now, is both of these paperbacks or hardbacks? The tan, the writer's wrong, you said is a paperback, right? What about the writer's little helper? Is that the hardback or paperback too? So I'll get it the next day. That means I'll get it Wednesday then. If it's sent out the 7th, I'll get it Wednesday. Yay! Yay! Is my ears red? Darn it, no. They should be getting red because I'm excited. I'm happy excited. Yay. Oh my goodness. Hurry up, 7th. Get here. Come on now. Come my way. Get here. Yay. So the writer's little helper is the hardback. And the writer's wrong is tan paperback. Got you. Yay. Awesome. I appreciate that. I love everything you guys ever do for me. And I really mean that. A lot of people take advantage a lot of times of people's friendship, even after they just meet them. And that's why some of the friends that I've had, I mean, people I've actually met from online, I felt like they took advantage of me because I've helped a lot of people in the past on different things, different creative ideas, and they took advantage of it. I don't believe in that, using people like that. It'll come back on you. And I just love this journal that's about to be full. I'm about to find another one that's something like that. I like journals that's got good, inspiring quotes on it. Believe in yourself. It's about to be completed and full. I still got a little bit more I do on this one, but I started on that one because it's more lighter, and I didn't want to waste all the papers on that because sometimes I do my crazy, weird way of drawing blueprints on certain things. And this is still my favorite. Both of these are my favorite journals. I want to get one that says, follow your dreams and complete them. That's a journal I'm looking for. I'm trying to get ideas of certain quotes that you can buy with these. I didn't pay but $2 or $3 for that, I think. Wait a minute. It's 96 sheets. There's 96 pages in it. And like I said, I still got the package from where y'all sent my other package. I still got it. And I got the address hidden on it so nobody else can see it but me. I still got it. I keep all my little packages. I still got the package. I don't care about this one because it's small. You can't see it. From where my keeper come in a month ago. I keep all my little packages. And I still love this book. My own brother gave me that. He got it at Hallmark, I think in Lancaster. And that's the one with words of wisdom. And I study it, and it gives me insights. And I love it. I love books. I love learning. Sometimes I feel like I get stuck. Oh, why haven't I learned that yet? Why am I not ahead of these people yet? Why I get stuck on that stuck head sometimes. Push that out and just keep going. That's all I know to do is keep going and keep trying. That's all we can do, right? And I hope you all don't mind. I don't know if Wayne's ever heard of Walt Whitman or John Keats. I'd like to read a little piece out of here. If that's not copywriting, is that still considered copywriting? Because I bought Kim Chance's book and I do story time out of that. If I say who it's by and I read that poem, is that still considered copywriting? I don't want to do no more screw ups on that. Sometimes I forget and screw up on that. The animation software you can make being is that blink for YouTube. What you mean that blink for YouTube? Explain what you're saying on that. In other words, I can make my own thumbnails. I can do my own. I can make my own animation thumbnail videos. Is that what you're talking about? With red ears, it's a little bit. That looks normal compared to what it normally is, though. I love my John Keats now. Would that be okay? Like I did, which I did it yesterday or the other day. I read a little piece out of here, and it's the complete poems of John Keats, and that's him right there. The animation software you can make Ben is that blink, but for your YouTube. That blink for your YouTube. What are you talking about? I'm confused. Explain that, Mr. Wayne. What do you mean by blink for your YouTube? Your terms I don't click with. You got to break it down for my little brain to understand some things. You can read that to us and not copyright writing. So I can read it. So, in other words, if Sarah was to still wanted that other poem printed on a shirt, that was considered copywriting. That's why we couldn't do that. I can read it, just not copy it and take credit. Okay. And I do say who it was by, John Keats. Exactly. Want to make sure I don't screw up on that again. I don't want nobody deleting my channel. I've not had no strikes yet and don't want none. Let's see. I'm going to name a few if I can pronounce it, and you all tell me if this is pretty good. John Keats was born in London, living in quarters connected with his maternal grandmother, Livery Stable, the Swan and Hoop Inn, on October 31st in 1795. He was the eldest of 5 children. Wow. One whom died in infancy, begot by Thomas and Frances Jennings Keats. His father was a chef, hustler at the Swan and Hoop, and the family prospered. The boy was 8 years old when Thomas Keats was killed in a riding accident the next year, in 1905. Keats's grandfather died when the future poet was 14. His mother, after an unsuccessful remarriage, succumbed to I can never say that word, but I know it is tuberculosis. That's what she died over. But then, however, Keats had received liberal education at the Progressive Clark School, a private academy in the village of Enfield, 12 miles north of London, where for 8 years he studied English literature, modern languages, and Latin. He began translating Virgil's Aeneid while still at school. Charles Cowden Clark, the headmaster's son, remembered him as an outgoing youth who made friends easily and fought passionately in their defense. A fellow student recalled his pugnacious spirit. Keats was not in childhood attached to books. His penchant was for fighting. He would fight anyone. Yet George Keats spoke of his brother's nervous, morbid temperament, perhaps attributable of is too complex about being short. Poor little Johnny Keats was barely 5 feet tall, and of his having many a bitter fit of hypochondriacism. Indeed, Keats himself wrote, "My mind has been the most discontented and restless one that ever was put into a body too small for it." People made fun of him because he was short. Oh, But anyway, he was very famous. Let me find some here. I like different poetry by different authors. Let's see here. I got this little bookmarker I could put over it. When you put over it, it's like it gives the words like rainbow colors or something. Like that, you can put over it. That way it helps me keep up. Some of them I'll skip a line and not realize I've done it. So I got to figure out which one I want to read though. That ain't the one yet. Here's one I thought would be kind of neat. It's called To Some Ladies. Now, all this is by John Keats. I'm not taking credit for any of it. I love poetry. I got a collection of his books. I got a thick one, The Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. And I'm going to read it. Here we go. Like I said, if there's a word I can't pronounce, I'm going to spell it out. Maybe y'all will recognize it. To some ladies. What though, while the wonders of nature exploring, I cannot, your light, mazy footsteps attend, nor listen to accents that almost adoring bless Cynthia's face, enthusiastic's friend. Yet over the steep, whence the mountain stream rushes, with you, kindest friends, an idea I muse. Mark the clear tumbling crystal, its passionate gushes, and spray that the wild flower kindly. Wait a minute, I read that wrong. Hold on a minute. Yet over the steep, whence the mountain stream rushes, with you, kindest friends, an idea I muse. Mark the clear tumbling crystal, its passionate gushes, and spray that the wild flower kindly bedews. Why linger you so the wild, the labyrinth strolling, why breathless, unable your bliss to declare? Ah, you list to the nightingales, tender, condoling, responsive to silps in the mute, beamy air. This is like poetry. On receiving a curious shell and a copy of verses. There's some deep ones on here. Some of them are hard to read. I'm trying to learn how to read some of his stuff. It takes time, but the more you practice reading poetry and doing it out loud, the better you'll get the meaning of it, and more clear that you'll be at reading it. Practice makes perfect, they say. Practice, practice, practice. That's all I can do. And I hope y'all enjoyed that little bit of short piece. There's more, but, I'm sure y'all don't want to hear the whole thing of that. But there's more to it. And I enjoy it. I like Walt Whitman. I like the little books off of, I just got to find it. I put it somewhere and don't know where I put it at, but I will find it. It might be in my crate on my shelf over there. But when I find it, we'll do some reading out of that sometime. And I hope you all enjoyed my live stream so far and didn't get too bored with me. I appreciate all the support. Y'all the main ones that support me, you and Bestie and Wayne. Y'all the ones that really, really support me. And I just Want to thank y'all for that. I want to thank you all for every chance you get to find my channel. And even at times if you miss a live stream, I know you'll eventually go back and see the upload from it. You used to make bookmarkers. Can you still do them? I need one so bad. This guy that matches my shirt, Lisa's Writers Now on YouTube, or Lisa's Writer Now, which I can't do it. And the big words like a saying like find your mark, or find your theme, or I love books, or I am a writer now. I like things like that, or good inspiration quotes on them. I had no idea. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Well, I don't think I have. Did you write it? I would love like 2 bookmarks. One if it's like this color green. If you can have this color like green for it. And the other one I want to maybe be pink and maybe white. Pink and white, maybe black text. I think the black, like you say, looks good on pink. And I can use them. I need better bookmarks. I've been using receipts right now because the other ones I had, fortunately, moving, got wet and ruined through the years of my moving. I used to have some nice bookmarks. I used to buy them from my oldest daughter's book fair when she was in school, in the middle and grammar school, and they got messed up. I know it can't be right now. I know you're busy, just later on. Maybe say a month from now, if that can give you enough time. Maybe give you a month from now, if that'll work. I'm patient. I'm very patient. These books are about the same size, but Keeper's thicker than Wink and Poppy. These are my favorite 2 books of this year so far. That's fine. It can be later. And thank you, Bessie, for enjoying my story. Did you enjoy my story time, Wayne? Or was you kind of bored with it and that's not kind of your generic? Was you bored with my story time? I don't want y'all to get bored with my story time. I just love reading. It's how we learn. Are you sure? Did y'all love it? Well, thank you. And maybe there'll be more to come that will view it afterwards when it goes to upload. Well, if you all like my story time of the vote got voted in this week, this time, today, and the vote got voted in on the Keeper. If you like my story time, feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions that relates to my story time or just personally about me that you like to know, I'm open. It's according to certain things what you ask. But I'm loyal and I do answer replies and I'll get back to you. If you reviewed enough of my channels, you've seen that I'm loyal, consistent every week. Some are once or twice, some are 2 and 3 times a week. And there's different topics, different brands. But you all know mostly I do story time on Fridays. And show your kind word and love and subscribe. And if once you subscribe to my channel, don't forget to click on that bell and you don't miss other live streams or other videos to come. And you all have a great Friday. God bless. Have good health and love everyone. Love y'all. Take care. Bye now.